Okay, the last thing I want to talk about in this lesson is how to simplify radical expressions. Now, just so you know, I want to talk about some key parts of radical expressions. There's the index. Okay, what this index is telling you is whatever is in here, if you multiply it to the, you're trying to find what times itself 3 times will give you this number. That's what you're trying to figure out. There's the radicand. The radicand we already talked about. That's just the whole number underneath. And then there's the radical symbol, which is this little square root thing. Okay. Now there's different indexes that you're going to probably see. You're going to see a 2, which is the same thing as taking the square root. Okay. 2 is the same thing as square root. A 3, you got to think cube. Okay, and that's the same thing as taking a cubed root. A 4th is taking the 4th root, and an nth is taking it to the nth root, whatever it specifies. So let's use this kind of idea to solve these things right here. So I got this. I got 3 times the cubed root of 27 minus 5. What I'd like to try to focus on is simplifying the root. So I'm going to start with my 3, and then I'm going to find out what the cubed root of 27 is. Well, remember the cubed root of 27, what it's asking you to do is say what times itself 3 times. Times itself 3 times is this number right here, that 27. So it could be a fraction, it might not be a fraction. A lot of these I think is going to be a nice whole number, and in this situation it turns out to be 3. 3 times 3 is 9, times 3 again is 27. So I'm going to put in my 3 right there, and then we'll subtract 5. Okay, and then we'll just do our nice algebraic manipulation. We got 9 minus 5 right here, and that turns out to be 4. So our answer for this one turns out to be 4. Okay, now let's move over to this problem right here and try to solve this one. Let's first start by solving the radical. So I got 2. This is going to be squared plus 7. And we'll figure out what is the cubed root of negative 64. Cubed root of negative 64. So what times itself 3 times is negative 64? Well, it's not 3 because I think it's 4. 4, but I'm pretty sure it's negative 4. Negative 4 times negative 4 times negative 4. This is negative 64, so this would be a negative 4 right there. Okay. Now let's simplify this down using PEMDAS. Remember, PEMDAS says you got to do exponents first, so we really have 2 times negative 4 squared. Negative 4 squared is 16 plus 7. Now we have 32 plus 7 because you have to do multiplication division next, and then we have 39 as our solution there. Okay, so that's how you solve problems or simplify expressions that have radical symbols in them. Just focus on the radical symbol first, figure that whole thing out, and then do your normal PEMDAS as we work our way through to the final solution.